Thank you for joining us this evening for the unveiling of our soaring sculpture.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's been kind of a long and fun process through getting it approved and from going out to raising the money and door to door to businesses, and it's been really fun, and I've learned a lot from it. And how this all kind of started was, so every year somebody or each class gets the chance to do kind of a senior project, and like the pictures on the wall right now of the mountain, the seasonal, that I think that's one of the other, I don't know what year that is, but that's one of our other class projects. And what kind of inspired this was we received, at the beginning of the year, we received a kind of an anonymous donation from this foundation, the Elton Foundation, and so I was just, and this was, I think this was in January is when we received that, and it was for $3,000. So I just started to think, or it was in the back of my mind, of what we could do with this this money to put it towards the school in kind of a cool way. And when I was thinking about my kind of peaceful spot is the Mapleton Cemetery. That's where my grandfather's buried, and I'm sorry. I told myself I wouldn't cry. I'm sorry. We're good. But I was just visiting him, and that was kind of in the back of my mind. And then he's actually buried right next. If you're familiar with the cemetery, it's there's the big hands in the middle, and it's called the, what is the name of it? It's a communion, yeah. And his grave's right next to that monument, and on it I saw this little name, and it was Gary Price, and I thought how cool it would be to have a statue just like all the other schools, just like thinking of Timpanogos, their Timberwolf, and Provo and their Bulldog in the big glass case, and I thought how cool it would be to have a big golden eagle in the presence of the front foyer of the school. And it didn't start off with the front foyer. We went through, that was another big thing with the process, was going through all that. But just what it kind of, and that's when it was kind of like a pillar of light shone down, and there's actually the same statue at Mapleton Cemetery. It's just at the entrance. And that's kind of what inspired this at the beginning, was that initial donation, and then it just, I don't know, it all started to fall together. And like Deanna and I were talking when it was just the pedestal, because Rhett built that in like a day, and that was awesome. But we were talking about it was kind of just like a pipe dream, and everything kind of came together really, really nicely. And though there were a few tweaks that we had to get over, like the location and stuff, but what this statue kind of means to me, and I think to the school, and what will be put on the plaque, is, and Mia, she's actually sick right now. She was going to do the national anthem. Thank you, Ryan, for doing that. But she came up with this, and it's in honor of those who lift others. Because when I was going out and getting donations for it, most of the donors wanted to remain anonymous. And so I wanted to find a way to kind of still have them, have this mean something to them. And so we did in honor of those who lift others. And that's just what I think, with everything that the eagle represents to this country and to our school, I just think that's really quite cool, because especially thinking about like lift off and take off, like just lift itself is really just quite a cool concept. And another cool thing, like just seeing all the connections that we've made throughout the process, is Price's Foundry is, the theme is, I don't want to mess this up, I got this. Lifting the human spirit through sculpture, right? And I just thought that was so cool because it says lift right up front. And I think with that, it just means a lot, because it's through those spirits lifting us every day. I think if we look at this and we remember, if we can lift others like those people have lifted us, then I don't know, I think our lives will be better. And yeah, I think without further ado, let's unveil this baby. Thank you.
All right, my name is Isaiah Price. I am Gary Price, the artist is my dad, and I am the business manager and the one who's been working with Dawson and everybody else here to make this thing happen. So let me tell you just a little bit about the process. This sculpture was cast at our foundry just down the road here in Springville, and we use what's called the lost wax casting method. So the original was sculpted out of clay. We make a rubber mold on it, and then each casting that we do, we have to make a wax replica of the original. We take that rubber mold, we pour wax into it, take that wax mold or that wax copy, cover it with a ceramic shell. After that, we melt the wax out, hence the name Lost Wax. Then we have this ceramic shell to pour the bronze into. We chip away the ceramic shell, that we then weld all the pieces back together. This whole thing was made in about 20 pieces. We weld it all together like a big jigsaw puzzle, and then we heat it all up. We sandblast it, heat it all up, add several different chemicals to it, which gives it what we call the patina, or the finish. Then we lacquer it, wax it, and install it. We got to drill holes in this base, and we bring it over. We brought a forklift in here, and we set it down in there with anchoring adhesive and stuff. So quite the process. Normally this thing takes us about 10 to 12 weeks to make, and we rushed it through and got it done in about 5.5 weeks, which has just been awesome. So anyway, that's just kind of a background on how these things are made. My dad was really hoping to be able to be here, but couldn't make it up from Arizona. That's where he lives. And so I'm here to represent him. I was going to read a few words of what he wrote about this sculpture when he created it. So this is what he says. John Denver wrote, "You never need be a poor man if you ever saw an eagle fly. I have to agree, their sheer size alone makes those gigantic wings appear effortless and in slow motion as they slice their way through the sky. Eagles are so beautiful from just a design standpoint. I never fully appreciated them until I sculpted one. I love the head and beak shape and how the brow arch casts such a prominent shadow over their piercing eyes. Their beak is like a hatchet blade, cutting the air as it speeds downward in a dive. Every time I land in a big jet, I marvel at how man has mimicked the wing design of these majestic creatures in order to get the necessary lift to get our huge silver birds off the ground. Even propellers and jet engine turbines copy the camber and pitch of a bird's wings. Eagles hold a special place in my psyche, for I have seen many an eagle fly." That's what he said, and then just to, I guess, continue that, what my input is really to tie it in with everything Dawson said, his mantra and lifelong goal and pursuit is to lift the human spirit through sculpture. And so it's just so apropos and just awesome that this fits in so well with the theme of the year, Lift, and the class of 2019 and this school and the country. I mean, it just all ties together so well. And we are honored to be a part of it. It's just such a cool, cool symbol of all of those things. That's about all I got. We're really grateful to be a part of this. Thank you, Dawson and Lana and Principal Nilsson and just everybody, the whole council, everybody that's been a part of this. It's really been fun, and we're grateful that it all came together like it did. So appreciate it.
You may wonder why the golden eagle is our mascot. I'd like to share just a few facts about the golden eagle. Golden eagles have brown eyes, a yellow beak, dark brown feathers, with golden brown plumage on the back of their necks. The largest species of these birds can grow to a length of 3 feet. The bird's wingspan range from about 6 feet to nearly 8 feet, depending on the species. The weight of the bird varies significantly among species. The average male weighs 7.9 pounds, and the female's average is 11 pounds. Dang it, that just bothers me. But I'll continue, sorry. The weight of these birds varies significantly. Oh, I said that. The razor-sharp talons can grow to 3 inches long. The full dive of the golden eagle can reach a speed of 200 miles per hour, making it the second fastest animal in the world, just behind the peregrine falcon. These graceful and incredible quick birds are considered by many experts to be the most superlative flyer among the birds of prey. Their nests are large and built on cliffs or other high places in order to protect their eggs and their young from predators. Golden eagles are found throughout the northern hemisphere. The golden eagle is the largest bird of prey in North America. Golden eagles are built for hunting. They have incredible speed, great eyesight, and powerful feet with razor-sharp talons. They can spot their prey from high in the air, swoop down, catch the animal, grabbing it tightly and killing it with its talons. These animals are territorial, with the territory sometimes extending over 77 square miles. At Maple Mountain High School, we are proud to be golden eagles. Soaring was a dream that became a reality due to the generous community in which we live. All of the money used to purchase this sculpture was donated. This is incredible to me, what we can do when we work together as students, faculty, and a community. We are truly grateful for this community who gave so generously to this project. Dawson had a dream. He shared his dream with his student council advisors and with his student council, who then tied it to their school theme of Lift. Each platinum, gold, and silver donor will honor someone who has lifted them, and their names will be placed on the plaque. This beautiful Gary Price sculpture will be treasured here for decades and will forever be a reminder to look for those who lift us, to help us be our best selves, and to remember to always look for the good. Thank you.